Alright guys, got a quick training tip for you. Cheap spray paint for your targets is what you need to be buying. Why? Well, this stuff is $1 something at Walmart. I forget exactly what it is because I normally just go and I grab a bunch of it when I need it. The only two colors I use anymore are black and white. Black lets me do the stencils, lets me do the face stencil that you guys have seen, and then white is just basically just the basic backdrop. I originally was using this years ago, was so frustrated with how runny it was, I went to the Rust-Oleum paint, which has beautiful coverage. I mean, it's literally and you're done, just on contact. What I was finding consistently, and that's why I went back to this, consistently across the board, I was getting 1/3 of that can. I was not even making it to the half mark. Every Rust-Oleum can still had paint in it. The nozzles, the straw, would googe you up, is the only way I can describe it. It would just completely clump up. The nozzle would totally become solidified, and I couldn't get the paint out of the can. And I was constantly having to throw away cans of Rust-Oleum paint, which will really honk you off when that stuff is like almost $5 a can. So I went back to this, and here's the issue, guys. Here's the problem. First I got to figure out which way the wind is going. Okay, it is going that way. All right. Figure out which way the wind is going. I do this with my thumb. So you want to make sure that you're not going to ruin your watch. Normally, you guys know I have got gloves on, but today I'm working off of my my everyday carry, my concealed carry stuff. This area, I try not to paint over because handgun cal only is what I want to come through, but it's pretty much shot up at this point. Between my fast double taps today and my student from last week, pretty much destroyed. I leave the bolts unpainted, and I'll tell you why in just a second. What you do, you want decent coverage. And listen, I'm Puerto Rican, so my people know spray paint. Pa que lo sepa. Soy boricua, pa que lo sepa. You want decent coverage. Seriously, guys, runs are allowed, it doesn't matter. When you're done, invert the can and clear it out until no spray. And you saw how it cleared out. Right, done. What that now ensures is that I can get the full life of this can. And I do. I've now gone completely emptied out these cans. And by the way, if you lose pressure, you can always introduce the top of I can't talk today. You can actually back push. I don't know what the term is. You can actually push air from a air compressor into this using essentially the valve from the inside of the valve stem from the inside of a tire. Just shove it up on top and just run air into it, and you can actually still get enough pressure in this to get the paint out. I'm finally able to get all my paint out, so when you consider, I want to say it's like $1.20, I think it is for these. I'm now able to get all my money's worth out of this when I was only getting part of my money's worth out of spray paint that cost 4 times the cost of this. So spray paint, Target spray paint, cheap is best. Absolutely cheap is best. So there you go. I backpedaled on myself. After all these years, I've backpedaled on myself. Cheapest is best. As always, I thank you guys for watching. God bless you all. Get those guns out in practice. Have a good one. Oh, why the bolts? Why not the bolts? This area right here, I want to keep it distinct because I want the student to know, do not shoot my bolts. You guys, if you've trained with me, you've heard that, right? Do not shoot my bolts. This has all kinds of ugly bullet hits. In fact, someone just a couple days ago sent me an email and said, how do you keep from destroying your bolts? Well, I don't shoot them. I do not train to hit even though this is in the window that you should be shooting in, I do not train. I aim here, 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 here. Because I don't want the bolts being destroyed on these. It is what it is. I mean, the bolts are there. It is what it is. So that's why I keep them kind of dark so you can distinctly tell that's where the bolts are. So that's what I got for you. As always, I thank you guys for watching. God bless you all. Get those guns out in practice. Have a good one.